Listen, guys, when we start healing, it's normal for people around us to feel uncomfortable. They don't recognize this version of us any more than we do. But there's always that one person who gets mad. Not distant, not awkward, salty. Like, how dare you have standards now? And you're sitting there like, okay, why does my growth feel like a personal attack for you? I see you. We've all been there once or twice. Let me give you a quick way to tell the difference between someone who's just adjusting to your growth and someone who's genuinely threatened by it. Because here's the thing. Some people do unknowingly use your chaos as a distraction. We've talked about that. But other people, they use it as a tool. When you were insecure, they had control. When you didn't have any boundaries, they had unlimited access. And when you didn't know your worth, you were constantly showing up to prove it to them. Your dysfunction wasn't their escape, it was their ammunition. So when you started healing, you didn't just grow. You took away their power. And they're not sad about it, they're pissed. These are the ones that bring up your past like it's a weapon. The ones who liked you better when you were easier to manage. It's crazy how some people only support your healing as long as it doesn't inconvenience them. I'm not saying that they're evil. They might not even realize they're doing this. They're operating from their own wounds, their own need for control, and their own fear of abandonment. But their wounds don't have to keep injuring you anymore either. So here's something you can try next time you notice someone getting salty about your growth. Try not to debate it. Instead, just pay attention. Watch for these things. Do they get curious or do they get cruel? Do they respect your boundaries or do they punish you for trying to have them? Do they want connection or are they looking for control? Because people who are adjusting might feel weird about it, but they're still going to try. People who are threatened, they're going to try to pull you back into the old version of who you used to be. And if they fail that test, here's something you can say. Ready? I'm not available for conversations where my growth is treated like a problem. That's it. No TED Talk, no trauma explanation, because people don't get angry about things that don't affect them. If your healing makes them lash out, it's threatening something they were benefiting from. This doesn't necessarily make them a bad person, but it also doesn't make it your responsibility to manage it for them anymore either. They're not necessarily a bad person, but they may be a bad person for you. You can let someone go without hating them. Some relationships just run their course. There's a beginning and there's an end, and that's okay, because they all come with valuable opportunities for growth. Tomorrow, let's talk about what happens when you stop performing for everyone, when the trash takes itself out, and why that's not loss. It's the cleanup you didn't know you needed. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.